CZ250 for sale on eBay. In the paperwork it has its V5 registration document, 2 former keepers, last change of keeper 2006. There is a bit of a cock up in the paperwork because it actually says it is a 250 and a 175 at the same time. Model type 175DL. Well, it isn't, because I know what that model of DL175 was. But anyway, there's some kind of a cock up that's been there forever, I should think. HPI check there shows it's all completely clear, nothing on the bike's history to be concerned about. There is no other paperwork with the bike. It hasn't had an MOT on the new system as yet, so there's no record of that anywhere. It's probably been off the road longer than 2006. This bike did belong to a friend of mine who bought it then, and I think it had been off the road for a while before that. I have just fitted a new battery to the bike. It starts up and it runs. I run through the gears on the stand. I've not ridden it on the road, I didn't have time to do that. But it's near enough there, you know. There's a few little things you've got to do to it, but nothing very much. One of the things you've got to do is change this fuel filter is quite dark. I wouldn't be surprised, when you look in the tank it's a bit rusty, and I would say it's probably dark because there's a fair bit of rust caught up in there in that filter, so you might want to change that. The bike ticks over quite slowly, so the pilot jets must still be clear, but I guess that filter has been doing its job. So there's that. What else can I show you? The points, when I first got the bike it didn't go, and I looked at the points. One of the sets of points is badly worn, and the other one isn't too bad, so if you're going to use it, you really want to buy another set of points for it. The fuel tap I thought looked a bit leaky. They might be alright with use, I don't know. I think if you don't force them or sort of strain them too much, they might well be alright, but you might want to have a look at those at some point if you're going to do a bit of restoration work here and there. That's just a bit showing inside the fuel tank, so it's a bit rusty. It hasn't had much fuel in there for quite a long time now. What else have I got to point out? Just hang on there for a second. The fuel hoses I thought looked a bit old. You might want to change those. As I said, I haven't ridden this thing. I've just run it up on the stand. The head on the dip beam does work. The rear light works. There are 2 lights on the dash when you turn the ignition on. One is probably an ignition light, and the other one I'm not really sure what that is. It might be, I don't know what it is, I'd be guessing. The horn doesn't work, and the front brake light switch doesn't work, but that may be because it's never had one on there. I don't know whether they've ever fitted with one or not. Anyway, if you've got any questions, just ask.